Satsang, Radha Kunda, November 21st, 2022. And so, any questions or questions? Yes.
Is it really an acting? I mean, I was, when I was reading Acting as a Means of Salvation, I always asked myself, is it really acting for a sadhana? Because when we say acting, it means we're pretending to be something that we're
acting
not.
action means movement.
Acting.
I know I know what you're saying, acting.
Yeah.
It's not acting. Acting means action. Action means movement. It's just movements. It's action. It's not acting.
But it also means pretending, because when we act, we have this identity and we pretend to be.
No, that's
something.
how I did it. That's not self-identification.
Right.
You're supposed to create a new identity. You give up this identity.
I mean, this is not what actors do. They come back to their real identity.
We don't come back.
Yeah. So that's why I meant it's not really acting. It's more.
It's not acting. It's acting as action, but not acting as movies.
Let's pretend.
It's real me. The Siddhanta is there right now in the spiritual world, waiting for you to get there. Different ideas. Some say it's inactive. Some say it's active, and you just merge into it. I'm there. With all my beauty, all my seva, all my talents. And everybody says, oh, I'm there. My Gurudev explained to me, if you say you become a prema bhakta some lifetime, and you're dying, you're meditating on your nitya seva, say, paying Radharani's feet. You're meditating on that, paying Radharani's feet. And Sakaru, man or female, and you die. When you open your eyes, you'll be in your manjari suit, paying Radharani's feet, just like that. Because the Goswamis don't talk about stopover theory. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he presented a stopover theory, which most acharyas propagate nowadays. And we leave the Sakaru, we take birth as a manjari, we take birth as a baby manjari in Bhoma Vrindavan, in Barsana ground. And we grow up, we get married, we move to Yavat. That's the general that's the presentation of Narottam Das Thakur and later Vishwanath Chakravarti. But the six Goswamis don't say it. They say you die, you enter Lila. It's like Narada Muni died and entered Lila. He immediately gave up his body, got Siddhanta. Vishnu brought the Siddhanta from the spiritual world, and he dropped his material body and immediately entered the spiritual body. Narada Muni. So same thing. Our Gurudev will come at the time of death and say, here's your spiritual body, come on. Let's go. Well, you're late. You're late. Do your seva. What are you late for? Why wait 80 years of doing bhajan? Get on with it. Took you long enough. You finally got here. Then the manjari, what's the manjari say? Better late than never. Better late than never. I got here. That's the main thing. There's parallel worlds. There's this world we live in, and there's that world that we want to live in. So we have to, as much as possible, live in that world. Thank you. Question? Bhagavati? Online.
She asked how we can meditate on our Siddhanta.
How we can meditate on our Siddha Swarupa.
How we can meditate on our sits root. There's descriptions given in Vrindavan Mahimamrita in the 8th Sataka, Vrindavan Mahimamrita, verse 21 to 45, describes meditation on Manjari Swarup. And also in Sanat Kumara Samhita, there's a meditation on Manjari Swarup described by Narottam, which is mentioned in Narottam Das Thakur, Prem Bhakti Chandrika. He quotes Sanat Kumara Samhita, a description of a generic meditation on Manjari. So, Prabhupada Saraswati, Vrindavan Mahimamrita, 8th Sataka, is a very detailed description of the Manjari's bhav and her form and her jewelry and everything. You can read that. I'll give you some idea how to meditate. Okay, you know, you can fill it, you can add some things, you can add, give yourself a name, so-and-so Manjari. And give yourself a Yuteshwari. Lalita Vishaka, some Yuteshwari. Anyway, it's called freelancer. Freelance Manjari sadhana. Better you take from Guru. Makes it less complicated. Okay. And how do you meditate? You get one first. Another way you say it, you get one, then meditate. You get a sadhya to meditate on. That's easy. If you don't have one, then you cultivate your own. What's happening?
Loud.
It's too loud.
No, needs louder.
Right. Question? Is there a question? Yeah.
Then we heard that when we means gopis will teach the manjaris once go there, like rather than teach us music and
Riddles, Praheli, and everything.
various things. So, but we also heard like what bhava will cultivate during our sadhana. That bhava will achieve means. I could not get this. Means, is it limited like bhava? That it means how do you reconcile?
What are you
both?
saying? Rephrase your question.
So it's like the bhava we cultivate. Yeah.
You talking about bhava or seva? You cultivate bhava and you cultivate seva also.
Yes.
So what are you saying? Seva.
Means earlier you were telling like if we are leaving the body by meditating on painting rather than his feet, then we means once we get prema and we'll automatically transport ourselves. Like, but teaching how it will happen means if one doesn't know, like one doesn't know anything how.
Question is, that when a sadhaka attains prema and leaves his body or her body and enters the spiritual world, and that devotee has an eternal seva of, say, for example, painting or on his feet, how do they learn how to do that if they haven't been trained by some expert secular manjari from the spiritual world? So part of the training is by meditation in the sadhaka roop. You're meditating on doing the seva, and when you appear there, you'll appear with a manjari who's expert in painting your feet, and you'll watch her on the job training. She'll say, you do it like this. You hold the brush like this, you paint like this. So she'll teach you. So there's in Stavavali, Das Goswami mentions the different sevas that are taught by Astasakis. But there's so many more sevas. Not all the sevas are mentioned there. Drama, playing veena, telling riddles, writing poems, telling jokes. Vishaka teaches how to tell jokes. But if you already know how to tell jokes, she doesn't have to teach you. if you already know how to tell jokes, Vishaka knows how to teach. But she has to teach you spiritual jokes. So in that way, in other words, this gives an idea that there's experts who will train you. So when you enter the Lila, you'll be directly under the guidance and shelter of that Sakya Manjari to learn perfect your seva. Perfect your eternal seva. Question. Yeah, go ahead now.
In Kalikolari, Anandas Babaji, while explaining prayer of Gaudiya Swami, he writes that wherever there is prema, there are good qualities like patience and gravity. He mentions that patience and gravity, and he says that Radharani has ocean of patience and gravity. So please explain the gravity quality. Means I could not conceive the gravity. What is the patience?
The questions asked to a devotee, advanced devotee, exhibits qualities of patience and gravity, and all the 26 qualities of devotee. What does it mean, gravity? Gravity means dhira. Gravity means dhira, means balance, and peaceful. Grave also is not very hard. The definition of gravity, one's grave, it's hard to understand what they're thinking, what they're feeling. So it's called avahita bhav. Radharani has a quality called avahita bhav. Avahita bhav means her bhavas are covered. She hides her bhavas. Avahita means covered. The word avahita means covered. She covers her bhavas. So she's feeling one thing in her heart, but externally she shows something else. So she bewilders Krishna. Sometimes Radharani shows man towards Krishna, unfavorable contrary mood. It's called Haitaki man. Man without, there's no cause. Radharani's just angry, and she's very grave. Krishna doesn't know why. Krishna doesn't understand what Radharani's heart is, her mind, but she's exhibiting gravity. She's covered her emotions with man. So it's very hard for Krishna to break causeless man. As Krishna leaves the kunja, because Radharani is not showing any attention to him or paying any attention to him, or reciprocating with his overtures or his approaches. So Krishna leaves the kunja, he approaches Tulsi Manjari. He says, what's wrong? I haven't done any, Krishna says to Tulsi Manjari, I haven't done anything wrong yet. I haven't done anything wrong yet. So why is Radharani unfavorable? There's no reason for her to show man. And Tulsi Manjari says she doesn't need a reason. she's Swamini, she's Vrindavaneshwari. Don't you know? Yeah, that's right. Well, how do I break it? Well, let's see how I work out something for you. So gravity means you can't read the person's heart. Silent treatment. Like the most powerful weapon of a wife is silent treatment. I mean, women can talk a lot and yell a lot. That's good. But the best weapon women have is silent treatment. Silent. Husband comes home, hi, honey. How was your day today? She's not speaking, she's giving silent treatment. Moan brought. So, husband's in big trouble. Yeah, what's going on? So he calls a maid in his room. Hey, why is my wife like this? I don't know. The maid sticks with the wife, you know. Well, gravity is like that. It's divine. Gravity grave. Not revealing your emotions. Because also grave is like a grave person compared to the ocean. deep ocean. There's not many, in the middle of the ocean, not many waves. Waves are near the beach, where it's shallow. Where the water is shallow, waves are coming. Where it's deep, there's no waves, just move, it's just moving. It gets to the beach and it breaks waves. So a deep person, a great person like the ocean, so they understand what's on their mind. So Radharani shows the quality of gravity to enhance Krishna's excitement and curiosity. There's nothing more exciting for a man than not knowing what the lady's thinking, what's on her mind. Is she angry? Well, I don't know. He gets totally absorbed in the wife. That's what the wife wants. You're ignoring me, so I'll increase your attention to me by doing my silent treatment. Boom. Pulls out her silent card, throws that thing, doom. Oh, wow. He calls his sister his wife. Has my wife called you lately and talked to you? No, I don't know. He's not getting success. He can't discover the cause of his wife's rejection and contrary unfavorable mood. This is gravity. Krishna got so excited in love, he gets crazy. Question? Question? Krishna Chandraji, Guruji, you're just being humble. You don't want to embarrass me with tricky questions. I said you don't want to embarrass me by asking a tricky question. Arag, Chief Jago. Wait. Yeah. Baba.
Okay, I'll kind of relate this to the last question, but it's kind of different also. It's like there's so much variegatedness in the emotions and different things going on in the Braj Leela and in our, the activities of our Swarup, the mood of our Swarup, everything. Sometimes we go out, we have to go to the marketplace, you're out in the crowd, people where all these Kali-yuga crazy things are going on. I was wondering if you had any advice, I know it's not recommended to mix too much in those situations, but sometimes we have to. So if you had any advice, how we bring it back to our Swarup, the activities of our Swarup when we're out around all this nonsense going on.
So he is saying, we meditate in our Swarupa, but we have to do our daily activities like going to market and that. How can we keep our consciousness good, and get back to our...
The question is how to keep our we're meditating on Swarup and meditating on Krishna's Asakaya Leela, and our identity there is Dasya Radharani, Kinkari Mantri Dasya Radharani. So when we leave that meditative state, that meditative consciousness, go into the marketplace to buy sabji and buy, soap and whatever we have to buy to maintain our life. How do we maintain that consciousness of Swarup? So you try to see everything related, try to relate everything you're doing to Leela. For example, you're going to sabji market, so you have to think, I'm in Yavatgram, in the sabji market in Yavatgram. I'm buying sabji to carry to Nandagram for Radharani to cook Krishna's breakfast tomorrow morning. Or I'm in the sabji market, I'm buying milk. I'm buying milk now because I'm going to take it home and boil it. I'm going to help Radharani make milk sweets when Krishna comes back from the pasture ground. So I'm buying this milk. So I had to connect everything with Leela. Ultimately, you never leave Leela. You never leave your soup. Most of the Babajis I ever met, they always instructed me, you have to sit in pranaya. I said, yes. They said, you should always stay in your soup. Don't come out of your soup. If you come out of your soup, you identify with your false ego and your material body. Not that we do cross-dressing or that men dress up as ladies or anything like that. That's not what they're saying. But always stay in that meditative consciousness that I'm a second mantra of Radharani. And everything I'm doing is service to Radharani and should be connected to Radharani. I'm buying soap powder in the market to wash my clothes. I'm not buying this soap to wash my clothes. I'm not buying soap, I'm buying soapwort herb. There's an herb called soapwort. It's a little nut that grows on a tree that makes suds. Makes like natural soap type. It's called soapwort in English. So I'm not buying Rin Shakti or Ariel soap powder. I'm buying the soapwort. I'm going to use this to wash Radharani's clothes when she comes back from Ratri Lila. This is one in the morning when I come to Radharani's palace. I have to wash her clothes from the night before. That's my service. So this is your idea. Your mind is like this. You never leave Lila. You're always in Lila. Like we're cooking for Krishna. It's like, we offer the Guru has to have toasted. If you offer a plate to Guru, it has to be toasted these on the plate as Guru will offer to Krishna. Because Guru only takes Krishna prasad. You don't just offer bhog to Guru, you have to offer, it has to be toasted. Either it's prasad or he offers it to Krishna. So everything is connected to the Leela. This is the whole art of transforming identity. Especially we're living in Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the greatest udipam for Leela Smaran. And then identity transformation. Is that okay? Just take each little thing. I'm buying a gamsha. I'm buying a gamsha. I'm buying a red gamsha. But actually I'm buying a thin white gamsha for Radharani to wear it this afternoon when she bathes in Radha Kunda. So you're seeing the gamsha, you're seeing Radha's Jalkali Radha Kunda. Everybody else sees a red gamsha. You're seeing Jalkali Lila. You're seeing a red gamsha, it's a white sari, a white bathing dress. It's not a gamsha, for me it's a bathing dress. But it's a gamsha called bathing. It's a bathing dress, the dress you bathe in. So Radharani wears a white bathing dress, see-through white bathing dress, very thin material, very comfortable. So I think I'm buying a white. I usually buy white gamshas anyway. It's another reason. So you think I'm buying some white bathing dress for Radharani? She's going to bathe in Radha Kunda. Because wherever your attachment is, that's where your mind goes. Your mind follows your attachment. You're picking, you say, what color, if someone asks you, go to the gamsha shop, what color do you want? I want red, I want blue. Well, why do you want red or blue? Radharani wears white. We all read Radharani wears a red bathing dress. She has a red petticoat. So if you go buy a petticoat, buy a red one. But we don't buy petticoats. Well, you're buying one, you're a married guy buying a petticoat for your wife. Why'd you buy a red one? Because Radharani wears red. I don't like red. Why'd you buy a black one? Okay, I'll buy a black one. You have to wear it only on Amavasya. Because Radharani wears black on Amavasya. Black dress, black petticoat, everything black. Be in Leela, stay in Srup and be in Leela. That's it. Everyone talks nowadays 24/7. What are you doing? 24/7, I'm in Maya. Oh, that's nice. Should be a yoga Maya. There's three kinds of Maya. There's Mahamaya, there's Yoga Maya, and Nija Maya. CV Maya. So most people are CV Maya. We worship, why do we worship? We worship Paramasa Yoga Maya. Why do we worship them? So we can get their mercy and stay in Leela. Why do we pray to Yoga Maya? Please keep my mind and heart in Leela. Everybody worships Yoga Maya Paramasa. What are you praying for? We're praying, please let me stay in Sarup and stay in Leela. See Leela everywhere, be in Leela everywhere, and always remember my Sarup. Jaya Jaya. Some questions? Thank you for that question, Baba.
Thank you.
Nice question. What's happening? Okay.
Guru, life after life, will the same Guru come, the same Jiva? Means
What's the question?
same Jiva comes as Guru, life after life.
This question's been asked 1,000 times. The question is, does the disciple get the same Diksha Guru life after life? This not a simple question, because different acharyas give different answers. Anantadas Babaji Maharaj, who is my Shiksha Guru, he comments in Prem Bhakti Chandrika, in the beginning of that book, there's a Mangalacharana prayer to Guru called Guru Vandanam. Chakru Dano Diye Jami Jami Prabhase. And his commentary on that shloka from the prayer, Sri Guru Charana Padma prayer, it's called Guru Vandanam. Chakru Dano Diye Jami Jami Prabhase. He says, Jami Jami Prabhase means birth after birth. This same Jiva, the same Guru is my Prabhu, is my master. He comes for me life after life. So some acharyas, contemporary acharyas, say, how is it possible? The Guru gets liberated, why would he want to come back? But that's their idea, and they say, because generally the Shastras say, once you get liberated, you don't come back. That always says that. You go to Krishna, you don't come back. But there's more variables here. One variable is, Brihad Bhagavatamrita explains that some Vaikuntha Vasis, they leave Vaikuntha to come to the material world and preach. So maybe your Guru coming from Vaikuntha to preach. It doesn't say they're leaving Goloka Vrindavan, but they're leaving Vaikuntha. Another point is, in Chandogya Upanishad, it says sadhana siddhas can manifest and attain 1,020 siddhadeyas, sarups. So conceivably, just like Rupa Goswami is in Gaur Lila eternally, as Rupa Goswami, and he's in Krishna Lila eternally as Rupa Manjari. So the Guru can go back, there's no reason, it's by logic and also by Shastra Praman. The Guru can enter Nitya Lila and Siddhadeya as a Manjari and serve there eternally and manifest another form as a sadhaka, Guru, to liberate the disciple in the material world. Chandogya Upanishad is quoted in the fourth section of Brahma Sutra by Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary on Brahma Sutra. Baladev quotes the Chandogya Upanishad, Sanskrit and English, that the sadhana siddha can get 1,020 forms. Nitya siddhas can have unlimited forms. The proof of Nitya siddhas have unlimited forms is chapter 59, the 10th canto, when Narada Muni visits Dwarka. Narada Muni simultaneously visited 16,108 palaces, And he saw 16,108 Vasudevas, 16,108 Devakis, Rohini, Balaram, and everything. So the only thing was different form of Krishna, different name of Krishna. But all the parishads were equally represented in 16,000 expansions. They simultaneously went to all the palaces. It wasn't he went to one palace, Vasudeva was there, in Rukmini's palace, he went to Satyabhama's palace, and Vasudeva and Devaki weren't there. They were in every palace. So that's an example of Nitya Siddhas. Nitya Parishads expanding 16,000 times. So sadhana Siddha can only expand 1,000. small time. But Nitya Siddhas can have a Nata Rup. Krishna's Nitya, he has a Nata Rup. Radharani has a Nata Rup. So all the Devis in the spiritual world can have a Nata Rups. So a Guru can have at least 16,000. So he can be in the spiritual world and be in 15,999 universes, liberating his disciples. You know, I get really astronomical, crazy figures and stuff. No tension, no anxiety. Guru is Nitya, Jiva is Nitya, Bhagavan is Nitya. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy to see your head. She's like, push your nose off. Okay, yeah.
I never had a taste for Gaura Arati. I
What's your question? You have different tastes. You're artists, okay. But what's your question?
The question is, if we are trying to cultivate this Manjari Bhav, how to connect with that song? Kiba Jayo Jayo Gaura Chandra. Or
You can sing Radha Krishna eating Artik song. There's a bhajan in Hindi about Radha Krishna and Bengali also. Radha Krishna Shayan Artik. There you go. It's what connect. You connect because by glorifying Gauranga's Nityalila, it's Nityalila in the material world. It's rotating from one universe to another. Maya Jagat. Gaura-lila is Nityalila in Maya Jagat. And so to meditate on his Lila means to get his mercy, and you need his mercy to attain Radha and Krishna. So any more meditation, seva, the remembrance of Panchadava, Gauranga, Nitai, Advaita, the more mercy you get, the more quicker you'll realize you're Siddhaya and to Radha Krishna's Lila. We're Gaudiya Vaisnavas. We're not just generic Vaisnavas. So we're Gaudiya Tilak. We chant Gaudiya Panchadava mantra, and we chant, we worship Yoga Pit, Navadu Yoga Pit, and we meditate on Gauranga and his Leelas. We read about Chaitanya Charitamrita, his teaching. His teachings are life and soul. Teachings of Lord Gauranga and Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita are life and soul, and they're exemplified and explained by 6 Goswamis. So we can't separate ourselves from Lord Chaitanya. Why do we want to? That's our mercy. He came to give Manjari Bhav. No one else is giving Manjari Bhav. Sakhi Bhav is available, but not Manjari Bhav. Bhavalasrati Manjari is rare. It's a gift of Lord Chaitanya. So we're eternally dead. That's that bhajan. Yadi Nahag.
Yadi Gaurna Hoito.
Yeah.
Kavik Hoito.
It's by Vasudeva Ghosh.
Yes.
Eternal associate Lord. Yadi Gaur Nahito. Where would we be? Where would we be without Gauranga? Nowhere. Nitai Gauranga. Prabhupada first he installed was Mahaprabhu in Calcutta. Mahaprabhu and Radha Govinda. They went to New York City and he said, wow, these guys they're not ready for Mahaprabhu. They're not ready for Rasaraj Mahabhav Mahaprabhu. So he introduced Gaur Nitai. First he introduced was Mahaprabhu in Jhansi in 1960, 59, 58. He had a murti of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu means Christian Sringarati. He's Christian, Gauranga, Sarup, and Sringarati, Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu means Rasraj Prabhu, and Maha means Mahabhav Radharani. So that's the first D, and that D, you can see that D in Raya Maharaj's mat in the Mathura. Keshaji Gaudiya Mat. Beautiful, we're just about this, whatever to say. It's pretty big. Not this big, as I remember. Beautiful Murti. But when I went to New York, he said, well, Nitai. All Jagai Madais in New York City, all drunks and derelicts and drug addicts. So Mahaprabhu's too esoteric. They can't understand. So he called the mercy, invoked the mercy court, Nitai. So we're lucky we got the mercy court Nitai. So sing the arti, we boycotting the evening arti for. The Babaji sing a song like that in Bengali, Guranga, and evening arti also. We're not boycotting Lord Chaitanya. He's our Ishtadevata. But we want the Siddhanta, we desire Siddhanta. Rupa Goswami talks about Siddhanta and Gopi Rupa and Vrindavan, doesn't talk about Nitya Gaur Srupa or anything like that. Goswamis don't describe anything like that. They only talk about Gopi Bhav, Gopi Bhav, Gopi Bhav. Atayeva Gopi Bhav Angikar. Lord Chaitanya didn't say, he just said, except Gopi Bhav. Kiva Jaya Jaya Go. It's a nice, beautiful song. If you like to sing, you can really go crazy on that one. Hold the notes. Kiva Jaya. I used to be in LA Temple, Agni Day was leading the kirtan. It was fantastic. 1974. Long ago. Old days. Questions? Maharaj Baba.
Radhesham Baba. Maharaj. Maharaj, you said in the lecture, Sthai Bhav is established by Diksha. Prior to that, you said it is available for everyone. So, my question is, how can someone meditate on Sthai Bhav or Siddhanta before Diksha? Like you
doesn't. Unless he has some sanskar from last life. Maybe you were initiated last life, you carry that sanskar this life. And preserves time out. Raghuvar Chandrika said there's prakatana samskar and adonika samskar. These newly formed impressions from this life or carried over from last life. Praktana. Praktana means last life. So you have impressions in your subconscious, inclination, attraction to love Krishna in a particular way. That's called stairati. And you cultivate that, develop that for your whole life. Krishna will direct you in the heart to find a suitable guru to initiate you and train you in that type of ragna bhaja. So it's possible you have from last life, but generally it comes through guru.
Maharaj, if someone has not got that Sthai Bhav, how should he or she practice that bhakti, or what should he do?
Shravanam Kirtan Vishnu Swaranam. You should practice Navadhi Bhakti. Do Bhakti sadhana. Hear and chant, remember Krishna. And see what Krishna does. Because the interest in Rag Bhakti is based on greed. And it says in Bhakti Rasamrita 1, 2, 309, the last verse of the chapter 2, 309, describing sadhana bhakti in general. The last 40 verses describe Raganuga Bhakti. Verse 309 says, Machalo Vaikahetuka. Bhagavan Krunya, Bhakta Kruna, Bhagavan Kruna, Bhakta Kruna, Machalo Vaikahetuka. That the greed, lobha, the greed only comes by mercy of Guru or Krishna. So you're reminded that greed coming in your heart, Krishna's reminding you from last life. You had that samskar. Or you get it from Guru in this life. So if you get this stairati, then everything starts from there. But now you just hear and chant about Krishna. chant japa, sankhya japa, certain number, 4 rounds a day, 16, whatever. Read Bhagavatam. That's the main thing. Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, japa, sankhya, sadhya, Vaishnava seva. What's the time now?
4:40.
Right. Questions? No. Yes. Battery's dead?
Charger is not.
Let's see my room. Nice room. Okay. Okay, here we go.
They ask how to spread the Krishna consciousness in the Western country. What is the best way to spread Krishna consciousness?
Someone's asking a question. What's the best way to spread Krishna consciousness in the Western world? I think there's a whole worldwide organization that answers that question. ISKCON and Gaudiya Vaisnava, they're spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. By book distribution, by sadhana, by festivals, by preaching. What they're doing, I'm not in the Western world. how to spread Krishna consciousness in the Western world? Ask somebody who's doing it, because I'm not doing it. I'm spreading Radha consciousness. I'm spreading Radha consciousness in the Western world. When you say Krishna consciousness, how do you spread Krishna consciousness? I don't know. I'm trying to spread Radha consciousness. In the Eastern world, Western world, Northern world, Southern world, all the worlds. And all of this world also. But I think the answer is self-evident. This guy's 56 years old or something like that. A very old organization. They're successful. And they sell books, they preach, they have festivals, distribute prasadam, they give satsanga, and it's perfect. They're doing it perfectly. Who can do better? So, everyone sitting here, practically speaking, is a child of ISKCON. Where you grew up is another thing, but the womb you took birth in is ISKCON. Everyone's born in the womb of ISKCON, then you grew up and moved into Gaudiya Vaisnava, moved into a Babaji base or whatever. But where did you start? All the preachers, all the Babajis are preaching around the world. All the Goswamis are preaching around the world. They're only preaching ISKCON devotees. Or what, you know, people that contacted ISKCON. So it's a great organization. So we have respect and gratitude for that organization. Yeah, good Karsh.
Maharaj, I was hearing your lecture on Bhakti Samrit Sindhu. There you said that whatever feeling Radharani has, same is felt by the Manjris. Maharaj, my question is that same feelings can disciple also develop for his guru, like whatever guru is feeling, can that feel disciple can also feel?
Question is, can the feelings of one person be transferred to another person, or the bhava of one person be transferred to another person? That's the whole purpose of taking Diksha. The disciple is supposed to become like the Guru. Today's disciple is tomorrow's Guru. So the Guru, the expert disciple, absorbs the bhav and emotions and feelings and outlook of the disciple. He becomes a Guru in the future and spreads the same bhav and outlook and type of experience to others. So this is necessary. Become bhav, become one with the bhav of Tulsi Mantri, become one with the bhav. That's the ideal disciple. That's one with the bhav of the Guru. So you're asking how you do that, or how do you become one with it? By trying to understand, by meditating on what is the feelings of the Guru's heart, what is his bhav. Because one thing in the Rag Marg, the disciple is always praying to see the Siddhanta of the Guru. He wants to see the Siddhanta of the Guru. He wants to feel the Siddhanta of the Guru. So that when the Guru is pleased, it's a practice of meditation and prayer on the Guru's bhav and his spiritual identity, which will eventually be revealed in the heart of the devotee. In the mind, you'll see the Siddhanta. So I was just talking, 6 months ago, I was talking to a godbrother. He had a dream and he directly saw the Siddhanta. He knows the Siddhanta on paper described, but he saw it in his dream exactly. He saw the Siddhanta of Guru Maharaj. So that was a direct experience he had. So like that, you'll see it, because bhav and daya. Bhav is one thing, daya is another thing. So you have to have Siddhanta and Siddhabhav. So Siddhanta, Guru can give you Siddhanta, but Siddhabhav, that can only come by meditation, by prayer, by mercy. To realize to see your own Siddhanta and see the Siddhanta of Guru. So the way to do that, way to get that bhav of the Guru is by meditating on what is the bhav of the Guru and praying and waiting for mercy to happen. It's a rare disciple. It's bhav taratmya with the Guru.
Is Guru Gayatri mantra connected to that?
What's the question?
Is it Guru Gayatri
Mantra connected
to that?
Connected to the idea of becoming one with the bhav.
That the devotee can understand the bhava of the Guru.
Oh, where's Govinda Das? Okay, listen. There's a shloka in Vaman Purana. It says, Yo mantra Guru Sakshat. You know that verse? Yo mantra Guru Sakshat. Guru Sakshat Bhagavan. Yeah, there's a verse from Vaman Kalpa. It's in Narayana Maharaj's Shloka Amrita book. There's mantras to Guru Bhagavan Hari. So the Diksha mantra that the disciple receives is the Guru, Sakshat Guru, and the Guru is Sakshat Bhagavan. So when you're chanting the Guru Gayatri, you will see the Guru. You'll see it's true with the Guru. It depends also on what, there's different Guru mantras, different Guru Gayatris. The some Guru Gayatris identify the Guru as Super Soul, Chaitya Rupaya Dhimi. Chaitya Rupaya means he's in my heart. I feel you'll see a Guru in your heart. This is becoming bhav taratmya with your Guru. I wrote a Vyasa Puja offering. I said, what's the ideal disciple? The ideal disciple is always thinking, will my Gurudev be pleased with what I'm thinking right now? Will my Gurudev be pleased with what I'm feeling right now? Will the Guru be pleased with what I'm desiring and aspiring to attain or to get right now? Will Gurudev be pleased with the actions I'm performing right now? If the answer is no, then better change your tune. Better get the right answers in the next exam. Yeah, I'm looking at cartoons on the internet. Or Guru Devi, please, what I'm doing? No. What I'm planning to do, I'm planning to go to movies on Saturday. That's not a good plan. That's an extremely chaste and dedicated, attached disciple to be so controlled and so absorbed in the pleasure of the Guru. It's called Guru Toshan. But the Guru mantras are meant to bring one in the realization that mantra is the Guru, Guru is Hari. This is the purpose of the Sukha for Bhavana Puran. Mantra so Guru, Guru Sakshat Hari. The answer is when we chant Gayatri Mantra, by chanting Gayatri Mantra, can we become one with the Bhava of the Guru? The answer is yes. Become one with the Bhava of the Guru, one with the form of the Guru, you can see the Guru's Siddhanta. That Sadguru's Siddhanta is eternal. That means one with the Guru. He's a Sakhi, you're a Sakhi. He's a Dasi, you're a Dasi. He's serving Radharani, doing his seva, I'm doing my seva. I'm painting Radharani's feet and he's fanning Radharani. Nice. It's a hot day. Hot summer day. Is that okay? You want to ask more? I don't know. You want to say more? You want to say more? Rosan?
Radharani and Gopis, they try to forget Krishna. We here, but they but they can't do it. What is the philosophy? What is the behind? I don't know.
He asked a question. Krishna tells in Gita, 15 chapter, 15th verse, Sarvasya cha mriti sanivishto mitasmritir jnanam apohanam cha vedashta surahami vedo vedanta veda vayasham. Krishna says, from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. So all the sadhakas of the world are praying to Krishna, Krishna, please help me remember you, please help me remember you, please help me remember you. Especially when death comes, please help me remember you. One of the gopis praying, Krishna, please help us forget you. So Krishna gave you remembrance and Krishna gave you forgetfulness. So the question is, why are the gopis praying? Everyone wants to remember Krishna, especially at the time of death. The 8.6 of Gita tells you, think of Krishna at the time of death, you go to Krishna. Sada tad bhava bhavita, yam yam bhavisram bhavam, tyaja dyanti klerum, tam tam veti kontaya, sada tad bhava bhavita. Whenever you remember the time of death, you attain that condition, that state, that position. So Krishna gives remembrance, we want remembrance, but gopis want to forget this guy. Because he's a kapat, he's a lampat, he's a dirt, he's a cheater, he's a liar. So they're praying to Vishnu. Hey Vishnu, help us forget this guy. He should move out of this town so we forget him. But they can't forget him. Like when Uddhava Mahashaya met Nanda Maharaj in chapter 46 of 10th canto, Mother Yashoda was just crying. She couldn't even open her eyes. She was just drenching her eyes and body with tears. She didn't even see Uddhava came. Uddhava is like a cousin of Krishna. Uddhava is the son of Deva. Uddhava is the son of Deva Prast or something. I forget. But Uddhava's father is the brother of Vasudeva. So Vasudeva is the father of Krishna, so they're like cousins. Uddhava is like a cousin of Krishna. So Yashoda didn't pay any attention to Uddhava. She didn't know he came. She was crying, lost in her own separation from Krishna, because Krishna had gone to Mathura, left her alone. And Nanda Baba was somewhat functional, and he was also crying, but he was talking to Uddhava and being cordial and friendly with him. He had one of his servants come bathe his feet, massage his feet, and fan him, and offer him tumble and serve a proper, guest. But Uddhava advised Nanda Baba. He said, "You're so sad. You should take a walk. Why don't you go walk on the bank of Yamuna and get your mind off of Krishna and relax and try to find some happiness by changing the scene. By sitting around the house all day, you're remembering Krishna was sat on my lap in this chair, and Krishna ran in this living room, Krishna is lunch over here, Krishna sat in this veranda, went on this veranda and looked towards Varsana. Varsana is south of Nandagram. So Nanda says, Krishna ran in this veranda and looked south. He looked south, I don't know what he's looking at, but yes. Yes, right. So Uddhava said, why don't you go wander along the bank of Yamuna? And Maharaj says, that won't work. That won't work. Because Uddhava said, you wander, you see the Yamuna, you'll forget all these troubles. He says, no, wherever I walk in Vrindavan, I'll see some sight that remind me of Krishna, I'll cry even more. I'll say, this is Yamuna, this Kadamba tree, there was a jewel on this tree, and Balaram and Krishna used to swing this jewel and jump out the jewel into the Yamuna, and he'll start crying, oh. And he won't even find his way back home to the palace, so just collapse on the bank of the Yamuna, and utter desperation of separation. So that didn't work either. So the gopis are like that, they want to forget Krishna, because he tortures them so much. It's part of Leela. It's not true, they can never forget Krishna. Krishna's in their heart. Can you forget your heart? If you forget your heart, you're dead. Krishna's already Prananath. He's the life of our life. Question. No questions? Yeah, okay.
You said you were reading that without chamatkar bhav, without this mood of intense astonishment, there is no rasa ever. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he also says that chamatkar bhav is like in the Mahamantra, also in the names. That's why an advanced sadhaka wants to go from one name to another, because it's always a new, fresh, astonishing experience. So, but
nice.
Can you say what is the attitude to enter, like, because it looks like it's the entrance to relishing any rasa is chamatkar bhav. So normally persons in this world, they have an attitude of having short fascination and then get dull again. So what is the attitude to keep chamatkar bhav, like ever?
Keep a sense of astonishment and amazement every time you read Leela. A good question. Question is asked that the bhav of chamatkar bhav, the idea of astonishment, is part and parcel of the experience of ras. Without astonishment being experienced by the sadhaka or the siddha, there's no tasting of bhakti ras, madhura ras, etc. So what is it that maintains and keeps alive the fire of astonishment? I think it's a sensitive heart that's required. The heart has to be sensitive to the emotions of the characters in the Leela. Because you're amazed, because chamatkar bhav means amazing. Just amazing. How are they loving each other? How are they serving each other? So It's just the quality of the inherent in the individual, the sensitivity of heart. I don't know if somebody cultivated or whether it's been cultivated from previous lives. Some people are what they call hard-hearted. You're a gentle soul, so you have this quality by your birth or whatever. But I don't know if it's cultivated. It just kind of happens. Because that's why the Bhagavatam starts out with the qualifier. What is the yogita? What is the qualification to read the Bhagavatam? One must be a rasika and a bhavuka. A rasika means one is sensitive. He has a sensitive heart. A hard-hearted person won't be able to progress in Bhagavatam. Must be rasika, bhavuka, and nirmatsarya. Must be non-envious. Non-fault finder, non-envious. If one is envious or fault finder, he won't be able to approach the Bhagavatam. He won't get the fruits of the Bhagavatam, which is Radha Prem. So a sensitive heart is required to maintain that Chamakar experience as you read the Leela. I mean, we've all reading Leelas for many years. You 20, 30 years, I'm 40, 45 years reading Leela. And every time I read it, I'm always amazed. I'm like, wow, it's like that. That's so different than what I'm experiencing here. I'm always like, wow. Because Chamakar Bhav means wow. Means wow. Yeah, Bhoot, amazing. That's amazing. Wow. It's like that. They laugh like this and they joke like this. They play with Krishna like this. This is amazing. Like Tulsi Manjari and Danishta. Tulsi, Brinda and Danishta are meeting Krishna and Subal and Madhamangal at Kusan Sarovar about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And then Krishna's asking Danishta and Brinda, where's Radharani? So I don't know where she is right now. Maybe she's in Yavat. Then Tulsi Manjari comes along. It's Govinda Lilamrita. And Krishna said, Tulsi Manjari's there. Radharani must be nearby. I'll get some good news about Radharani. Because Tulsi Manjari and Radha Sakhi are inseparable. So now, Tulsi Manjari, Krishna says, Tulsi, where's Radharani? Oh, I have bad news, Krishna. She's locked, Mother Jatiya locked her up in Yavatgram. Won't let her out. Why Jatiya locked her up? Well, Radharani, she was supposed to be churning yogurt into butter. She filled a pot with water, was churning water in a pot. She had a churning rod, and she's going shh with water. And Jatiya said, you're thinking that black snake. You're thinking that Kaliya Baba. You're not going out. You forget your Surya Puja. You're Pago. So this is what Tulsi Manjari was joking with Krishna. Every time I read this Leela, I crack up. I feel so amazed by this. This is great. I'm astonished by it. This is Bhagavan, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha. Anadi Govinda Sarvakaranam Govinda Madhipurushan Tamajami. And it's Tulsi Manjari's playing with him like a yo-yo. Down up, down up, down up. Like a waffle. It roasts to this side and that side, a pancake. They're roasting the guy. And then, so Tulsi's really, because she wants to increase Krishna's anxiety. Make him anxious to attain Radharani, meet Radharani. Because that's the whole idea, a heightened ras, heightened the experience of Radha Krishna Milan. So Manjari's play a key role in increasing the ras of the Milan. It's just meet the same old love every day, that's so boring. But some new excitement, I can't meet, I have to meet. So that's my experience is Chamakar. The Leela itself is full of Chamakar Bhav. So you're sensitive to the Leela you're reading, the Chamakar Bhav will come in you and sustain your high level of Chamakar Bhav throughout your life. You have that quality. I know you as a person. You have that gentle heart, sensitive heart. But the question you're asking for others, I believe. But there's two things here. There's the quality of the vessel and the quality of the Leela and the parikars. Quality of the vessel is the sadhaka. Does he or she have a sensitive heart? by birth or by inheritance or whatever. And then that second thing is the quality of the leelas you're reading. You're reading Chamakar leelas. In fact, all the leelas of Krishna Vrindavan are astonishing. They're all amazing. So any leela you read about, you'll be amazed. You'll be like, wow, it's like that. That's great. I find that myself. Chamakar. That's otherwise. That's part of the attraction. The attraction is the amazing, the quality, the intensity, the purity of their love, the selflessness of their character, and the intimacy and mutual appreciation of their dealings, which is nothing like we experience in this world. It's transcendental. It's amazing. It's Chamakar. It's wow. It's a wow factor. Wow. Do you think so? Nice question. Jaya Radhe. Question. What's the time now, I think? 5.
505.
505. Okay, one more question. Wait a minute, you asked one. Any more questions over there?
Like a very detailed worship of Giriraj, because there is a devotee who wants to bring Giriraj at her house, but she don't know how to worship him. So she wants to know all the details to worship Giriraj.
Someone has to go around Shila, they want to know how to worship Giriraj.
She's new Govardhan Shila, and she wants to know exactly how to worship even with all the mantras.
Yuga Shila means what?
She wants to bring Giriraj Maharaj, new Shila to
She has.
She wants to bring.
Huh?
Giriraj. She has Giriraj, but she don't know how to worship her.
I just followed teaching Lord Chaitanya Daska Swami. It's very simple worship Giriraj. You don't even need any outfits. You just get a Tulsi plant, put him in a Tulsi plant. Take him out every day and offer 4 Tulsi mandaris to his right foot, 4 Tulsi mandaris to his left foot, bathe him with water, and offer him some sweet baths. Finished. That's what Daska Swami learned from Lord Chaitanya. Then his Shringar, his outfit, you just be a Tulsi plant, put him in a Tulsi plant. It can be very simple. Babaji's carry Giriraj in their bead bag. He sang Java for them. No, there's a bead bag and Giriraj in the bead bag, and they get Madhukari, and they take Giriraj out of the bead bag and hold the Madhukari in her hand. Giriraj, okay, take it, okay. No tension. You get poshak, you get outfits and crown, and mukha and turbans, all flute and gunjamal. You should have gunjamal. Gunjamal is required. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave gunjamal to Das Goswami. So gunjamal and Giriraj go together. Gunjamal represents Radha Charan. It says not to the chapter 6, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you have Gunjamal, that's Radharani, and one Giriraj is Radha Krishna, boss. You can make it puja as elaborate as you want or as simple as you want. Giriraj is very merciful, very kind. He's a great devotee, so devotee's quality is very merciful. Shalagram is more demanding. There's so many aparats in Shalagram puja. If you worship Shalagram, you also have to worship Dwarka Shila. You have to do all kinds of things. Giriraj is really the perfect Murti for Kali Yuga. Because he's Sakshat Krishna, he's directly Krishna. He's very easy to please. Ashutosh means easy to please. You have a Tulsi plant in your house, you put him in the dirt, sit him in the dirt, okay, good. You come out, water Tulsi, put him back there. Chant your Java looking at Tulsi and Giriraj, get perfection. But you'll probably expand more than that. You'll probably expand it a little more than that. A flute and asan, a turban and a crown and outfits, a different outfit every day, a different turban every day, and shutters and beds and blankets and sheets. I got the whole 9 yards. Like Giriraj, I worship Giriraj like Krishna in the temple. That's your personal choice. But the outline of puja of Giriraj is very simple. Bathe him with water, tulsi manjaris, and sweet. That's it. Boss. Artik or no artik, whatever, it's not told, it's not mentioned. You want to offer artik, you offer artik. He's easy going. I think that's it. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe.